St. Paul. Through 3 games of preseason action for the Winnipeg Jets, it's safe to say the competition to nail down a roster spot at forward remains pretty wide open. After dressing a lineup that was heavy on regulars through the first 2 outings, Thursday's tilt against the Minnesota Wild featured a number of players who need to have a strong showing to either earn a job or carve out a larger role for themselves. The Wild earned a 10 victory over the Jets on Jared Spurgeon's second-period marker at Xcel Energy Center. There has been plenty of attention paid to 2015 first-rounder Kyle Connor, who started last season with the Jets as a rookie and has been auditioning on the third line with Adam Lowry and Joel Armia. Offensively, it's been a quiet start to the preseason for Connor, who has been held off the score sheet after finishing the American Hockey League season with 17 goals in his final 20 games and 25 markers. Connor basically doubled his ice time to 16:37 on Thursday, though he was held without a shot on goal and has just won through 2 games. "I think I'm starting to get into my game," Connor said. "It is 2 preseason games, but you've got to bring it here, and you've got to start right away in the preseason here and show them what you got. They say it's a results-oriented league. It doesn't matter if you're playing with a guy you've played with for 10 years or someone new. You still have to go out and battle and work hard." Maurice made it clear that his assessment of Connor goes beyond the point totals, though he stressed it was important to keep expectations in check. "That's what people want, to see skilled players score. This was a grinding kind of slogging game. He didn't score," Maurice has said. "There's lots of improvement in Kyle's game. There are lots of really good things. He's still a young man. He's going to play for the Winnipeg Jets. He's going to score a bunch of goals for us. When that starts, we're not sure. He's made huge strides in a year. There's a lot to learn about the game of hockey, and he's got a really good skill set. But patience with Kyle is really important. I've got lots for him. I've got lots of time for him." Andrew Copp got an opportunity to move back to his natural position of center for most of the game before being promoted to the top line with Adam Lowry and Connor during the third period after Joel Armia left with an undisclosed injury. Jets winger Marco Dano is another guy who needs to pick up his play if he wants to secure a spot on the opening day roster. Dano had 2 shots on goal and 1 hit, but needs to show more to move ahead of the others looking for a job on the fourth line. For most of training camp, the Jets have been focusing on the defensive zone, which is an area that requires the most attention if the club is to return to the Stanley Cup playoffs. With that in mind, it's not a huge surprise the Jets have been a bit challenged offensively to this point. It's too early to sound any alarm bells, but it's obvious the Jets would prefer to be generating a little more than they have so far. It was a second consecutive strong outing for goalie Connor Hellebuyck, whose off-season work has provided a solid base from which to work from. "He's quite a bit physically stronger," Maurice said. "He can hold the line, his original positioning is a little better. He's not trying to do as many things, and that just comes with maturity. Exhibition doesn't matter for some veteran guys possibly, but goaltenders are a little different. He's had 2 real nice outings for us, and that's a confidence builder." The Jets are back in action on Saturday at Rogers Place against the Edmonton Oilers, who are expected to ice a lineup that could include Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl, and a lot more regulars than came to Winnipeg on Wednesday. It might be an exaggeration to say it's the last chance for the bubble players to leave an impression, but it's come to the point where most guys won't want to leave anything to chance. "We got a good start on it. The second chapter is in Edmonton," said Maurice. "They've had their first opportunity and a lot of these guys will get one more, and then we'll get to a pretty thin group.